Okay, now I'm going to give you guys a little bit more in-depth view on some of the areas of this machine that I built for my little girl, Allie.
You see on this part here, on the front end piece here, what I did is I have a simple little pin that holds this piece on. And when you, in the other videos, you'll hear the rattle, and the rattle comes from this. It comes from this pin here. What I did is I just measured back about 7 inches and then drilled a hole straight through. Did it like that. Okay. Another thing is these shocks that I used, they have the capabilities of screwing all the way down and tightening, putting more strength on the springs here. When the kids are driving it, I'll rotate it up to about so far, and it works pretty good for them. But when I'm driving it, then I tighten it all the way down. That gives me more oomph, more support when I'm driving. Okay, geez, you can really see the dirt on it now, can't you? In one of my earlier videos, I was talking to you about this the support arm right here. I had to put mine like that because the seat is so wide that it extends over.
Now it's time for a shameless plug. Be sure to check out the links down in the description to the next video, previous video, or another related build.
These spindles are designed kind of weird. The reason that they're designed this way with all this extra material right here instead of just putting a straight piece here, well, for one, if you had a straight piece here, then it would cover up this little pitch. So when you would go to turn, you'd end up with more collision than what you have here. By creating it this way, it gives you a nice tight cup. See how that fits right into itself? Okay, I'm going to take off you see it better. I have bolts or nuts actually welded. I drilled holes in it, so that way when I go to fold it up, I can also pull the thing off and store it, so that way when it's all folded up, that's thinner. It makes just the whole cart thinner instead of having these handlebars stick out and, you know, the handlebars get caught on stuff and that sort of thing. So that's how this all works. This is just an extra piece that I stuck in there just for safety reasons. It doesn't collide when it steers. Stuck that in there. And I've got a connection for the tie rods right there. Pretty tight area down in there. Lots of little moving parts all in a little tight area, but it works pretty decent. This here is your pivot. This here is actually a collar that's welded onto the pipe to keep it so the whole shaft doesn't come straight up and down. This holds it from coming up, and it can't go down because it's resting in the cradle. Yeah. So what holds this whole thing together, this is a 2-inch piece that's welded onto the frame of the rear end. The piece that's underneath here is a 2-inch piece that's welded onto the frame of the body, and that is all held together by a 1 3/4 inch tube that slides right inside there, and that's it. Then you tack on your little washers and you run a bolt straight through it, and that one pipe holds these two pieces together.
Be sure to check out the links down in the description to the next video, previous video, or another related build.